JonTron.
Welcome to part 1 of the JonTron Halloween Special! The top 10 Mario Kart Tracks!
Number 10.
DK Mountain is one of those immersive tracks that plays out as much like a story as it does a racetrack. First, you make your trek up the side of the mountain before hitting a cannon which sends you skyward. Please notice that this constant velocity maintained is definitely physically accurate. After reaching the top of the mountain, you make your way back down the rocky path while satisfyingly pummeling the enemies ahead of you. I've always liked this level because it stands out from the rest. It's not just flat, it's multifaceted, allowing for much strategy. With its colorful backdrop, expressive scenery, and varied terrain, DK Pass holds up a solid number 10 spot on this list.
Number 9.
What's that? Question marks? That's right. Yoshi's Valley was a level so complex that the computer couldn't actually figure out who was in first place, with winding roads, multiple paths, and porcupines?
What?
Yoshi's Valley will always be remembered as one of the fuckiest of all Mario Kart tracks. You'll know you went the right way if this ends up happening. What exactly is this dancing egg doing here? Upon replaying this track to get the footage for the top 10 you're currently viewing with your own two eyes, while drinking milk and holding a green sandwich while bouncing on a big red ball in space, I realize that this track is perhaps a little more frustrating than it's worth. But whatever, I already wrote the damn script, so fuck it. With the stage's godly music pounding in your ears, you'll surely get lost a few times on your way to the finish line.
And don't call me Shirley.
Number 8.
Innovation is the word that comes to mind when I think of Daisy Cruiser. Innovation indeed. With most Mario Kart tracks taking place in a geographical location, Daisy Cruiser takes place in the middle of the ocean. On a fucking boat! Daisy's boat, to be exact. By the way, who gives a fuck about Daisy anymore anyways? Yeah, I know, she was in Mario Land, but still. Don't we already have one annoying princess in the Mushroom Kingdom? Do we really need a palette-swapped clone? Peach. Daisy? Peach. Daisy. Anyways. In this level, you zipped your way through all the ins and outs of this brown-haired fuckhead's cruise liner, with some of the more memorable portions being the pool, the lower deck, and finally the awesome dining hall, which had tables that would sway from side to side with the rest of the ship. All in all, this was a ride that will be forever burned into the minds of Mario Kart fans alike.
Number 7.
If you asked me what it is that's so awesome about Choco Mountain, chances are I wouldn't really be able to tell you in 10 words or less, but anyone who's played this level knows just what I mean when I say amazing. Something about the music, something about the atmosphere, something about the ground, something about those boulders, something about that horrible fog, something about knocking your opponents down that cliff, something about this level is fucking sweet. Unlike some of the more unfun chocolate-themed levels, Choco Mountain was always a smooth ride all the way through.
Number 6.
Bowser's Castle has endured Mario game after Mario game as a staple that brings the series together through each succeeding iteration. This fact is no different when applied to Mario Kart. Bowser's Castle serves as an anchor point in the series, reminding you of just how much you really do love the Mario universe. The ones on Super Nintendo were challenging, and the background was just kind of mystical, while the one on the N64 was grand and epic. And the one on Double Dash was a constant reminder to the awe and inspiration behind Bowser's architecture. Sure, maybe if you strip these levels of their colors and themes, they would be nothing special, but that's not really what Mario is about, now is it? These levels were a constant reminder that when a developer puts their time, effort, and love into a project, something amazing can happen. Perhaps the best times we've all had playing these games are the times we felt we were really a part of the Mario universe, and the Bowser Castle levels are a true testament to this. In Mario Kart, Mario World, or other, Bowser's Castle will always live on in our hearts as a solid foundation to why we play video games in the first place.
Number 5.
In Mario Kart Tracks, style and atmosphere are king, and oh, was Banshee Boardwalk filled to the brim with those elements. A take on the classic Ghost Valley level from the Super Nintendo title, Banshee Boardwalk had dangerous ledges, wandering boos, and a fucking giant piece of shit cheat sheet. What's great about this track is that not only would a red shell incapacitate your foe for a few seconds, it may very well have knocked their sorry ass off into the drink. There was no toying around with this level, it was the real deal. You know that feeling when you know a Mario Kart level so damn well that you could recite it Rain Man style?
18 wheels and a dozen roses. What's the number?
Banshee Boardwalk? And then there was always that one part of one particular level that you could never do right no matter how hard you tried. You know what I'm talking about. These bats. How the hell are you supposed to avoid these bats? I always either end up falling off the ledge or getting spun out by them. Maybe I just suck.
Trust me, you do.
Yeah, okay. Challenging, spooky, and most importantly, fun as hell, Banshee Boardwalk was an oceanic cruise to gaming bliss.
Number 4.
Video games are a medium like no other, and through them it's possible to continue certain ideas almost like tradition. Airship Fortress is evidence to this fact. We all remember trouncing our way through Bowser's airbound wooden castles in Super Mario Bros. 3, and we were able to yet again relive them through Mario Kart DS. Though previously our wheels had never skid through these halls, we felt at home, and as if we'd been there before. The level design here is also superb. Starting off with the airship in sight, you know you're in for a wild ride. Lower areas filled with fiery pillars, upper areas with skyward cannons, and the ever-dreaded Monty Mole ready to trip you up and prevent you from your perfect time. Careening through the spiral corridors of this track, you really felt as if you were caught in the midst of warfare, and with a large roster of players, there was much fun to be had with Airship Fortress.
Number 3.
You'd done it. You'd blazed your way through all of the levels in the game, and there was only one more monstrous challenge that lay before you. Rainbow Road. Throughout every installment of this series, Rainbow Road has proved that Mario Kart lives on in the hearts of many a generation, with each version bringing something new to the table. Don't be fooled by this track's multicolored exterior, because below the surface lies a lengthy and treacherous journey. Sure, some versions are more challenging than others, but Rainbow Road is and was always a trek through adversity. Some people may argue that Rainbow Road is too plain, overlong, and boring, but nay, I say, it ain't that way. Though my favorite will always be the one from Super Mario 64, I think these levels bring a sort of cohesiveness to the series. The graphics were always dazzling and enchanting, making you want to sit and stare at their beauty for hours upon end in gamer ecstasy. One thing that always stood out to me was the texture of the road on the Double Dash version. It felt very real, almost like you were power sliding on Disney Princess Wishes. Not to mention the music on these tracks. Always a delight. Some things can't be definitively judged by skill or quantity, and Rainbow Road is such a thing. I can't tell you my exact reasons, but I know that my gaming brethren and sistren would vigorously agree with me. Rainbow Road is and will always be a magical experience that can be shared by all for years to come.
Number 2.
Wario is such an anomaly. The idea behind his character is beyond stupid and simplistic, yet somehow he ended up finding his own unique persona apart from the Mario universe. Oh, and let me tell you about his stadium. Tight as fuck! In the natural Vain Wario fashion, you can see his head pasted endlessly along the walls of this off-road dirt bike-themed track. Whether this was due to low cartridge storage space or pure inspiration, we'll never know. But what we do know is that Wario's Stadium is one of the few straightforward levels in Mario Kart. Other levels tended to have some sort of gimmick, but this one had a more realistic race feel to it. True skill and the occasional lightning bolt were all you needed to take out the competition. Yes, there were a few glitches to exploit, but they were only for the weak. One of my favorite parts of this track was the fact that if you could pin someone with a red shell right as they were nearing the jump in the middle, you could knock them down and warp their position intensely backwards, as they had to start all over from a previous position. Ah, Wario Stadium. I don't know how it happened, but throughout my years as a Mario Kart fanatic, this simple level seems to have taken my heart for keeps. What's this? Waluigi? Wario Stadium, then Waluigi Pinball? I smell something fishy, says the audience. Well, fret not, thy sanctimonious viewers, 'tis just a coincidence. I remember reaching this level for the first time on Mario Kart DS and instantaneously cracking an ever so joyous smile. This level is happiness incarnate, or in cartridgeate. Yeah. You initially start off as a pinball and launch up through Space Mountain. Then, you're left to barrel down the high-rises alongside your pinball brothers and sisters, finally reaching a pinball area where you've got to dodge bumpers and more balls. More balls.
Lord have mercy.
The great thing about this level is how immersive it is. It feels incredibly lightweight and natural, and it's just pure fun at the core. And oh, listen to that music! It's got that sort of Sonic the Hedgehog casino feel to it, and what's great is that the sound effects change from the normal and convert to this arcade feel. Only on this level too, I have no idea why, but it's awesome. You know, it's not particularly long or that complex, but something about it is so addicting and fun. Hell, I'm not even sure if any of you out there agree with me on this, but I'll tell you. As it stands, Waluigi Pinball is for sure my favorite Mario Kart track. Go to youtube.com/JonTron Show if you want to see Jon and Jacques talk about their favorite boss battles of all time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe! Please subscribe!